are now tuned in to Sophisticated State of Mind. We are your host. I am Sanayar.
And I am Miss Anarchy.
And we're going to sit, sip, and smoke, talk about anything and everything, but keep it sophisticated with a good old dick twist. And today, we are going to touch on relationships. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Now,
Throw it at me.
you're single and dating.
Okay. Yeah.
And, of course, I'm married.
Uh-huh.
So when it comes to single and dating, as far as relationship goes, how do you feel about being able to date? Would you rather be in a relationship with one person, or how do you feel comfortable?
I kind of like doing the dating, like searching around until I find somebody that I actually truly want to be with. But ultimate goal is to find your person, right? Like settle down, find my person, find that one,
your
soulmate, if that exists.
Yeah.
Try to find that one person, and that's why you settle down with these people, is because you think that this is it, when in reality, you're not. But
so for you, what would be the ideal? No, go ahead.
But I do like the actual dating scene sometimes. Like, it's fun and it's not. Like, you get to meet cool people. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't. If it does, you get to be with your person,
Yeah.
But you also meet a bunch of crazies, and there's there's so many fish in the sea. It's like there are a lot.
Are they though?
And you have to fucking go through some guppies or some weird angler
to find the big fish.
And, some creepy looking eels and shit too.
So what would your ideal relationship look like? What we talk about?
Honestly, truly, I just want a best friend. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it needs to be. Like, when I look at your and your wife's relationship, I love it because it's realistic in the sense where y'all argue. Y'all get on each other's nerves.
Of course.
You guys are real human beings, but the love and the passion and the loyalty is there.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And that's the main thing of what you need in a relationship. You need that love, you need that loyalty, you need that passion, and you need that trust, Yeah. And if that's what I'm searching for. I want somebody that's, that I can just be best friends with, be comfortable with, want to be around 24/7.
Oh, absolutely.
Want to spend that time with. And, if I'm attracted to them, that's a fucking bonus.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's hard to find that.
I mean, even
realize how many your list, of your list of okay, these are passable offenses that people can do. Okay, if we don't have this in common, that's okay. But if this person does this, absolutely not. You know what I mean?
What is this though?
Okay, for me personally, if this person wears Crocs, absolutely not. If this person is
I like Crocs,
a bigoted Trump supporter, absolutely not. There's certain things that there's little things,
What if they would?
Or
let me ask you this.
I'm not a fan of go ahead.
When it comes to supporting Trump, what if they're just a Republican? You know what I mean? In the mindset of being a conservative.
I actually dated somebody recently that liked Trump, and we clashed on certain things because he's like, well, Trump did this and Trump did that, da 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 da, and it's like, yeah, but do you understand why I don't like him? As just in general, you realize what you're supporting when you no, dude.
Yeah, I don't like either president.
No,
so,
I don't. We've had our conversations about the government. I don't like any government. Anything.
None of that.
So that's also a red flag. If you work for the government, not dating.
Oh, shoot. See, for me, and you go through this process from when you're young to when you get to where you find that person. You go through the process of going through people and emotions and everything. And you know what? One thing that I did find is that a lot of times we're set in on our ways, right? So we're a certain way, but I found out that you are who you are, right? But at the same time, when you're with somebody for an amount of time, you start to grow, right? And sometimes when you start to grow, that person that you're with is not growing with you. Even though you want them to grow with you, they're not growing with you, so you start to come apart.
Exactly. That does happen. I mean? And, especially in the younger years of dating, like in your teens and your 20s, you're still figuring out who you are as a person.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And you're with somebody and you love them, and there's no doubt that you love them, but like you said, you guys do grow apart. Things happen. You become different. Hopefully you grow for the better. And if you guys grow apart, then you grow apart. Hopefully the relationship is amicable when you end it, but things happen.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets shitty.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing about the growth is you're hoping that somebody will accept that. You know what I mean? And then,
but also you want somebody that's willing to grow with you.
Yeah.
You know, if I see my person doing something that's improving their life, and like when I'm dating and stuff, I don't want somebody at my level.
Yeah.
I want somebody maybe a little bit above my level
to help you grow.
To help me grow and kind of motivate me. Absolutely. It's like, damn, you already got yourself a nice place, a nice car, you're paying your bills, you're doing your thing, you're grown ass, you're acting like an adult, and you're being an adult, and you do whatever you do is what you do.
You motivating me.
Yeah, you're motivating me to want to do the same thing, or like, wow, you're following your passions, I want to do that too, or wow, you're working on your anger and you're this and you're that, I would like to do that as well, or what do I need to self-reflect on and stuff. Like, that's kind of the thing that you want in a relationship. You don't want to stay stagnant. And I can't do that. Yeah. As okay, I'm gonna go into the zodiac. Okay, as a Gemini, we're labeled as very like flippy people.
Gemini.
Yeah, Geminis. It's very like we bore easily, and it's so true, because it's like, you need to keep me stimulated.
I'm like that too. Like, I'm not a Gemini. I'm a Cancer, but I'm like that with everything. If I'm not getting mentally stimulated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I get bored.
Yeah, like a pretty face can only do so much.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've dated dudes that are gorgeous, but have nothing up there. And I can't have a conversation with them. And it's like, at this point, you're just like eye candy.
That's very important. And, intelligence is very,
it is.
Very
like, where's the substance? Because that's where the substance comes from. If we're just going to sit and not have, like, not necessarily intellectual conversations, like, we can have stupid conversations, but just something where we can have a conversation. You can move, you can be funny and witty and clever, and also like, just
speaking the conversation,
smart,
that
have something to put into the conversation.
To me, I think having a conversation is probably, I would say, and I'm not no expert, but I would say it's a big issue in relationships, because you can have an argument, you could talk about things, but when it comes to the hard things, telling somebody something that may hurt them, but tell them something that may hurt them, but understand why, tell them why you're telling them this.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'd rather tell my spouse something before somebody else.
Yeah. Does, like, have it come from me, because it's most of the time in my, it's coming from like a place of true, genuine, like, love. Don't have it come from somebody else.
Have
unless
the
you're
hard
doing
conversation.
Shady,
You know what I mean? Like cheating. If you're in a situation to where you're like, well, I'm just gonna step out. I mean, that's a conversation that should be had.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't just
the why you stepping out, the why you want to step out, what's the issue? Can we fix it, or what are we going to do?
Is it what it is,
Right.
And that's the thing that just sucks and ends most relationships is one, nobody wants to fix the relationships anymore. They just want to leave and end it, It's like, whatever, it's over. I don't want to try. And if it's worth if you believe it's worth trying to fight for, then fight for it. Like have those hard conversations, open up, tell your person why you can and can't do things, why this is hard for you, or like you can't do it this way. That opens up so much more in the relationship, and you guys get to know each other so much better and truly understand that person.
Yeah.
And if you can't understand that person, then
because we
can't accept them.
We all seen red flags, right? Yeah. But for me, there came a time to where it's like, okay, this person does this, I really don't like that much. Mm-hmm. This person does that, I really don't like that much. But do I love this person enough to be like,
look past
I can look past it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's certain red flags that you can absolutely not look past, and then there are certain red flags that are just, pink,
you know what I mean?
Maybe pink flags.
Yeah, they're not quite red yet.
The Crocs is a pink flag, it's not a red flag, but yeah.
Yeah, like how I mentioned the big feet thing. It's not complete. It's not a complete.
It's a pink flag. It's not a red flag.
Yeah, it's not a done deal. You know what I mean? It's just like, damn, you got big feet.
If you still dress like your mama dressed you, that's a red flag.
It's a red or pink?
It's red. Because then that means that I'm gonna have to start dressing you, and I'm not your mother. And that's the thing, like, when you get into a relationship as well, and you start doing things for this person, like you just, start dressing them up, or buying them things, and you're like, start wearing this now. You start making them look cooler and making them look better, and you're hyping them up and shit.
Yo, yeah.
And, like, oh yeah, you look good with your haircut like that, and you give them that like little swagger, and then they go and they cheat on you, and it's like, I built you.
Yeah.
I created you. What are you doing? You wouldn't have caught that if it wasn't for me.
You still would have been a ragamuffin. You know what I mean?
Get out of here. Or like you don't. Or like when they steal your music taste and stuff like that. That's the part that sucks about ending a relationship. It's like all of the cool things that I have showed you, give it back right now. You can't have it. Shit can't show other people.
That's another thing about relationships too. You guys, you tend to rub off on each other. You know what I mean? And you tend to
pick up their idioms.
I show you some things, you show me some things, and we kind of just like build off that. You know what I mean? Like if I'm like a silly, quirky, and you kind of start being silly, quirky, and you're kind of nerdy, and I start being kind of nerdy. You know what I mean? You kind of just get that from each other and just go back and forth, man. And that's a good thing though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, if you just gonna do that, you know what I mean? See, and that's again goes back to, it's like, dude, like you could have came to me and we could have had a conversation. You know what I mean? We could have talked about whatever the issue is. You know what I mean?
And that's
because now you got the confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's also like, okay, one, I'm a grown ass adult. You're a grown ass adult. I've been through my BS. You've been through your BS.
Yeah.
I am not your mother. I am not your ex that's treated you differently. I am not your friends that were shady to you. I am me. I am my own individual person. You can come up to me and have a conversation and tell me. I'm a grown-ass adult. We can have conversations.
The baggage. So that's
what, like the baggage. Yeah. Tell me your baggage. And if that's too much for me, then it's too much for me and we can't be together. Maybe we can stay friends or whatever it is.
But that's for you to decide.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is. Don't keep it a secret, or like some people are so afraid of that communication, and it's such a crazy thing to me. Like, be open and honest, and like that's the biggest thing about it. Just don't be afraid to like open up and tell somebody that, because but it's also that vulnerability that is scary. Because I'm the same way. Like, I don't like being vulnerable. I don't like showing vulnerability.
You want to build up to that point.
Exactly. But if I feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable in front of you, then we're starting to build that relationship. That takes some time, and
that.
Absolutely. Like, I'm not asking for it on the first date. That's a little weird. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
But
you're just laying it all out, ain't
eventually, like, that's what I want to get into, you know? Like, you want that seriousness of it. And in order to have a serious relationship, sometimes you got to be serious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And have those conversations.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? And you don't all, like you said, you don't always agree. You don't always see eye to eye. You know what I mean? But it's getting over that and figuring that out and trying to say, okay, let's communicate better on that. Let's try to fix the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then have a little bit more understanding. I always had this thing to where it's like, I get mad and I get quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my thing is, when I'm quiet, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to place myself.
You're thinking. You're like.
Yeah, I'm trying to place myself in your shoes and try to figure out how that would have felt to me. You know
I do the same thing. I always put myself in the other person's position, and it's like, okay, why did they do that? Or let me see where they're coming from, so I can understand that perspective and what they did, or what they said. You know, I totally understand that, because I'm in any situation, not just a significant other relationship, but like friendships and all the other sorts of relationships too. If you're important to me, like, let me put myself in your position, see where you're coming from. Yeah. And then that's the thing. And my biggest thing is, like, I don't like having a conversation when I'm angry, like when it turns into an argument.
Or
something, because
I prefer not to argue.
No, I don't.
You know what I mean?
You always say something that you regret when you're angry. You know, like the words that are said out of anger. It's like, be careful, because you can't take them back.
Yeah.
You can't.
Absolutely. And you know, that's why I do the whole quiet thing. I get quiet, and then I think to myself, well, could I have done that different? Could I have said something different? Could I have done something different? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is there any other way I could have made this a little smoother?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, you know what? I probably could have. You know what I mean? You know what? That didn't come out right, or that was wrong.
I shouldn't have said it like this, because that's not what I meant. I meant this, you know?
Yeah.
And then that's why it's not bad for you to, like, take your time and kind of think about what you want to say, especially when it's
anger. Oh, no, yeah.
Or somebody else is involved.
Like you said, you don't want it. Sometimes in words, it's hard to take back. You know? And it's one of those things to where it's like, do you just want to shut up and be quiet and kind of ignore that person right now and try to figure it out? Or do you just want to go back and forth?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But it's also being in a relationship where your other person understands how you work, you know?
Right. Yes.
Because when
that's important.
Absolutely. Because I need, if I'm upset and I get in, me and you are getting into an argument, and I'm like, I need to walk away. F this. I need to walk away. I need to walk away and go calm down.
Yeah.
Right? Let me walk away and go calm down, because what I'm going to do is exactly what you just said, is sit there, think about what I'm saying, think about what just happened, what's going on, where I'm coming from, and yet where this other person is coming from. And then I'm going to come back and we can have an actual conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Because
absolutely.
us just yelling is not getting anywhere.
No, we calm down.
You start raising your voices and start screaming, it's not getting anywhere. Nothing's going to happen. You're not fixing a problem. You're making something worse. But I had this ex that anytime we would get into an argument, and we could get into an argument almost every other fucking day. It was ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
I would try to leave the situation, go calm. Okay, I need to go. I need to go sit down. He would not let me leave anytime. What? And I mean, like, to the point where sometimes he, like, physically hold me there. Like, no, we need to sit down and have this conversation now. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And now you're getting me angry, and you're confiding, like, putting me in a confined space now. I get like a trapped animal mentality. I'm going to bark. I'm going to bite. Don't do that.
That's something else. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So that's why I say, like, it's super important that this person understands the way you work and can work with that and compromise with that, you know?
Yeah.
If I need to walk away when I'm angry, then I need to be with somebody that allows me to walk away and take some time and then come back and have that conversation.
Yeah. Because,
you know,
it'll be nice to have other input in on this too. Like, other people we could talk to. But I feel like, especially when it comes to that, that whole thing, I think that's where people get lost. I don't. I think the whole not communication thing pretty much leads to the cheating or the stepping out
or just the being unhappy in general.
But you can communicate that.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean. You can definitely communicate.
That's the whole thing. But if you guys have a communication issue where you guys can't talk and can't compromise and can't have that conversation, can't communicate, can't work things out, and it just builds and builds and builds to the point where you are just absolutely unhappy in your relationship. And you're like, why the F am I in it?
Yeah.
Why am I in it now?
I mean,
and then you want to leave, and then you just like, I can't do this. And that's, like you said, that's what does sometimes lead to the cheating in this.
We got a caller. Let's see what we got here. You're on the line. This is Sophisticated State of Mind. You're on the line with us. We're talking relationships.
Fun.
Yes. Caller, this is Noe?
Yes.
Okay, we're talking about relationships. And right now we want to ask you, when it comes to relationships, and especially in the dating world, what kind of red flags have you seen out there?
Or look out for in general?
What kind of red flags have I seen to look out for while dating?
Yes.
There's so many red flags.
Exactly. Give us like the biggest red flag. Absolutely will not do no matter what. Like the hottest person just walked up to you and it was like, I want to marry you. That might be a red flag in itself.
No pink flags. We want red.
Yeah, I don't want pink flags. I want a red flag. Like absolutely will not. 100%.
If they eat pineapple on pizza.
That's a definite red flag right Absolutely. There. If you eat pineapple on pizza.
100%.
If they have a cat.
Ooh, are you not a cat person?
Oh. No, I'm not a cat person. I feel like people that have cats also have some kind of psychopathic tendencies or something they're unaware of or fully aware of.
I feel like when you have a cat, cats are way more low maintenance than dogs in general. I feel like if you have a dog, you're a clingy person.
Noe sounds like a dog person. Are you a dog person, Noe?
Obviously, she's a dog person because she's not a cat person.
She's a dog person. She is.
I'm a cat person.
That's
or she could
crazy.
Be an owl
that's
person.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you for calling in, Noe, and we want to thank you for calling in, and we will definitely send you out some merch. So we will get your information, and we appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
Keep it sophisticated.
Always.
Thank you, Zeb. All right.
All right.
Bye.
So, obviously, she was a dog person.
That's a red flag in itself if you don't like cats.
She didn't like cats.
I think Noe was a red flag.
But, a lot of dog people don't like cats. Some people do have dogs and cats, but...
I'm definitely both, but I like... Now we're just going off. I don't know how I feel about that. Cats are cool, man. I think she just had a bad cat in her life. I don't know.
That's
pretty cool.
To me, I think cats are strange. I like dogs, and I don't have no issues with cats, but I think cats are strange. You know what I'm saying?
You're not a cat person either.
There's something up with some cats, man. It's just weird, but yeah. So red flags out there. Of course, she said pineapple on the pizza. I don't know too many people.
Socks and sandals.
Yeah,
that's a red flag. If you wear socks and sandals.
Yeah, if your pinky toe hang off your shoes, definite red flag. If your whole feet is over the shoe,
if you don't trim your nails,
yeah,
red flag. If you have dirty fingernails,
yeah, a lot of red flags out there.
Red flag.
So what would you say?
If you have a 3-in-1 body wash, that's a red flag. If you don't have separate shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, red flag.
You crazy. You are
Am I wrong? I am not wrong.
I don't get down like that, so I don't.
Oh no, you have all of this separate.
Yeah, I got everything.
I brought you body wash the last time.
Yeah, I got everything separate.
I just said it there, and then you were like,
"That's mine."
That's mine.
Yeah.
You ran out, and you were running out, and you're like,
So, for relationships, what about the do's and don'ts? What would you say are do's and don'ts in a relationship?
Do's. Don't be
like not red flags, but like just do's and don'ts. You know what I mean? You going out on a date.
Going out on a date, like
not so much a red flag, but
be respectful.
Yeah, of course.
Of
course.
Make your intentions known.
Yeah.
If you're looking to like seriously date somebody and you go out on a first date, like, yeah, I'm looking to date. Like I'm looking to be in a relationship. Let that be known. If not, if you just want to, mess around and see what's out there, let that be known too. If you just want to smash, let that be known.
Yeah.
Don't put that false hope into somebody's head and then get what you want and then ghost them later or do that or whatever. Because there's so many things like that too. Like make your intentions known first and foremost. 1.
Oh yeah.
Be respectful. 2. Tip your waiter. 3. Like.
Hey, if you on a date,
don't order the most expensive dish. Don't be an a-hole.
If you're on a date, bro, you gotta tip the waiter in front of your date, bro. Like you have to. Like that to me, that's like etiquette. You know what I mean?
In my dating bio on my profile, it says I judge you by how you treat your wait staff. And if you use your blinker or not, because those are big things. Red flag. If you drive like an a-hole.
Oh man!
Don't use your blinker.
I kind of drive like an a-hole, but I use my blinker.
I drive like an a-hole too, but at least I signal.
Very courteous on the road, but I have road rage because we have a lot of traffic out here. That's something.
Well, yeah, we're in.
Oh yeah, so those are do's.
Yeah.
What about the don'ts?
Don't lay all your baggage out on the table right away, like, oh yeah, I'm divorced with 7 kids and
yeah, you don't want to come. Well, you do want to be upfront about that,
yeah, but you know what I mean. Like
that don't want to be the topic of the discussion. That should already be in your profile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that's how y'all meeting, it's just like, hey, this is the situation.
I have kids.
But I'm looking to, I have that.
But I mean, like with the don'ts, it's like, I don't know. Don't be weird.
Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an a-hole. Don't whip your dick out
on
the table. Or...
Don't nobody want no dick pics. Don't nobody want no fucking... Yeah, that's just rude.
Like, it's just pay attention to that person,
Yeah. I think everybody wants some engagement.
Dress nice, brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Put on deodorant. Make some effort into your appearance.
You shouldn't be having to tell people to do that kind of stuff.
I understand that, but I absolutely cannot stand going on a date. And when you go on a date, I take my time to get ready. I take my shower. I know women do this all the time. They take their shower, they shave, wash, all of that good stuff. Do their makeup, get ready, lotion up, pick out a cute outfit, do their hair, put effort into getting ready for this person, smell good, look good. all of that stuff. And
are
then
you saying guys don't
show
do that?
up to the date and it's just this dingy dude in like his work shirt and some dirty pants, and you're like, all right, that's just cool.
This sound like you have some.
Does this sound a little on the nose? This is a little too.
This is experience, right?
Specific anarchy. But like it happens. It happens where you put this effort in and you're dressed nice and you look good, and then you show up on the date and the other person's just like, meh, and you're like, oh.
Uh-oh.
Womp womp. All right.
Wow.
And also, I'm not the biggest fan of like movies as a first date either. Like, take me somewhere fun. Like, let's do something we can do together, obviously, and something that's not just like dinner and
movies. Movies is kind of like a third date.
It's you. I've had to have exactly. Definitely not a first date.
I like to do stuff like bowling, go into a bar,
go play pool.
You know what I'm saying? To me, it's if I don't want to. A first date shouldn't be to sit down. It should be somewhere where like we can move around, because I also want to see how you interact with other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not just the waitress. You know what I mean? I want to see you interact with. If you're at a bar or something like that, you're interacting with other people, because that's just what happens. You know what I mean? So I want to see how you interact with other people. You know what I mean? Are you standoffish? Are you free and just talk to whoever?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
are you engaging? Or
you know what I mean? Like
I like that. I do like going to somewhere like you can walk around, like going to like the boardwalk or like pier or something, or where one you can interact and do things if you want. Go grab dinner and if it's going well, or something.
It's
also
the movements that lead up to let's go get something to eat. You know what I mean?
And like, oh yeah, let's go grab something to eat, or let's go do this again sometime. But it's definitely, the first date is definitely all about like talking and getting to know each other. And if that happens and then you get the little spark and connection, then that's awesome. But
and you're gonna be able to, I know a lot of people probably be like, well, sitting down and having dinner is the perfect place to sit down and get to know each other. But as you're doing whatever you're doing, bowling,
then you have to like awkwardly eat in front of somebody, and you're trying to be cute,
and talk and eat at the same time.
Oh, and also, but it is kind of. I thought of another red flag. It also is important to me to see how you not eat as well. Like if you have table manners too. Like if we go out and you're sitting there and you're talking with your mouth full, or you hold your fork like a caveman when you're cutting your steak. I can't do that. I had somebody do that on a date, and I wanted to leave immediately because he ordered steak, and then I went to go see him. You know how you're supposed to hold your fork and your knife,
bam,
like not like an animal, like a freaking caveman. He did this like a kid, like a little kid, and I'm like, have you never cut a steak?
He probably was trying to impress you, though. You know what I mean? So
that's not how you do it.
I try to be as authentic as I can be.
Oh.
Because at some point, and of course, people get nervous on dates, so I understand that. And some people are just socially awkward, and I understand that too. But sometimes, when you go out on a date, you have to just kind of let the people know a little bit that this is you. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you can't go out on a date with your work shirt on and some dirty jeans. That's gonna smell awful.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then order a steak. Come on, bro.
And then eat it like that.
That is not sophisticated, my dude.
Absolutely not.
That's not sophisticated. If y'all need tips on how to be sophisticated on your first date, I'm your guy.
Oh,
just leave a comment below. You know what I'm saying? Hit us in the comments.
Any questions about stuff? Let some seasoned veterans help you out.
Yeah, man. Check Reddit or something.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, ultimately, you want to have fun. Mm-hmm. Especially when you date.
Like you said, it's all about getting to know that person and seeing if you guys vibe. And if you vibe well, then awesome. If not, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. It's
something that you just can't force. Don't force it. Don't force the connection, because that's never going to work out.
Let me tell you something.
But a lot of people try to do that and keep on to something that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta let it go.
I've been with my wife 14 years, right? Damn. And let me tell you something. Complete opposites. I was attracted to her, but I looked at her car, looked at how she was dressed. I was like, she is not going to be into me. You know what I mean? And I was just like, because I'm like completely different.
Yeah, she's this cute little rockabilly.
Yeah, right.
Punk chick.
And
then we got you.
And then I'm like, you know, but we had a conversation.
You guys have so much in common as well, and the way you guys communicate with each other, and the way
we did,
and like seeing your guys' bond and connection, and the things that the interests, the like common interests that you guys have and stuff like that. It's so cool.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, you know how people say they want to ride or die.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That is definitely a ride or die.
That's what it is. That's
wouldn't have been
always
together
have
for 14
always have had my back and always has my back. You know what I mean? But we were
all you want. That's all I want. I want to ride or die.
On the outside, we were complete polar opposites.
Yeah.
But when we started talking, it was just like, you know, I made her laugh. You know, she made me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what it came down to? Like, something happened to her computer or something, right?
Yeah.
And me being the person I am, like, I'm a low-key nerd.
Mm-hmm.
I used to take those suckers apart, rebuild them.
Oh, wow.
I used to know how to do program stuff in there with the C prompt and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do all that stuff. Because back in the days, I used to do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I used to be cool.
Yeah, I used to do stuff. But she was like, wow. She had an issue. I helped her out. And I literally helped her out over the phone with her issue, her computer issue.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, this dude might look a certain way, but this dude is smart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I always felt that she was very intelligent. To me, that's, you know, like, of course.
I love when you talk about your wife.
Of course, the attraction,
ever.
The attraction is there, but
because they're stupid. Stop it.
It's like meeting somebody that's like really intelligent is a turn on for me. You know what I mean? So,
but it's also intimidating in a sense.
Sometimes, but I'm always willing to learn.
Oh yeah, 100%. But that's like a me and you thing. You know, some people aren't. It's like wow, you are really smart and really intelligent, and I have so much to learn from you. But like teach me everything. But it's like only if you want to. Please.
She's shown me a lot.
Yeah.
But I've shown her some stuff too. Like, I know this gonna sound cliche, but she's shown me some stuff, right? You know, smart, intelligent stuff, and I've shown her some stuff because, you know, I grew up in the ghetto. You know what I mean? So I'm like. A certain
she showed
way.
You the book smarts. You showed her the street smarts.
Yeah, I showed her some street shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's but it meshed together. And it's like, oh, I never seen that before, but now I'm aware.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that, you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I don't worry about this stuff. It's like, oh, I wasn't aware, but now I am. Yeah. You know what I am? So.
And that's the thing in the relationship though, is you don't want somebody that is the same exact person as you.
No.
Because how are you going to change and grow and you know like learn new things? Like no, you want somebody that's
a
kind
part
of like
growing.
an opposite thing. You know, where it's like I want somebody that it'd be cool if we had the same music taste in common or we have a couple of things in common. Obviously, your basics. But...
we definitely showed each other some stuff on the music.
Oh, I believe that 100%.
On the music,
Me and you've done the same thing. Like, check this out. I've thrown you songs a couple of times. Listen to this one, please.
She got me into a lot of different music.
And you've done the same with her.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's the thing is, like, I want somebody that can bring, what can you bring to me? What can you give me? What can you show me? What can you do for me? And
not
what can
just
I do for
penis
you?
and vagina.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It got to be something.
Exactly.
What you say, substance?
There has to be
I mean?
substance.
It got to be something else in there.
Like you said, like, after a while, you know, like, the sex gets boring.
Okay, now what?
And,
now what? You know?
Like, well, okay, what do we do now?
Can we go to the next level?
Exactly. Tell me your traumas.
Oh, man.
Do you believe in aliens? Let me know. I want to know everything. Like, you know?
Yeah. Like, oh, yeah.
Can we talk about spirits? Can we get deep?
Can we get deep?
Yeah. What's your favorite conspiracy theory you like?
I love a deep conversation. Ooh,
throw it in there. I don't want to know your favorite color. I want to know what kind of aliens do you think exist? The green ones or the gray ones?
Yeah. You believe in reptilians? You know what I'm saying? Ever seen a UFO?
Right? Did you get abducted and have a chip put in your leg? Did you find a box full of aliens?
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. But that's what makes a great relationship. You know what I mean? So, you guys out there, if you need some advice, no, I'm just kidding. There's always a better way, you guys, because communicate. That's the key.
Talk it out. That's 100%. Talk it out. Communication, trust, like
it goes a long way. It goes a long way.
And just honesty, like, oh God, be open.
Especially if you're with somebody you love, open the book up.
Yeah.
Open the book up for all possibilities, and don't be closed-minded. Be open-minded about everything. Yeah.
They're either going to accept you for who you are and love you even more, or
and the person that loves you probably will accept whatever it is. So open up.
Like, give me your flaws.
Yeah. All right. It's time for Sophisticated, Complicated, or Just Hate It.
Yes, sir.
It's time for... It is time to play the game. All right. Sophisticated, Complicated, or Just Hate It.
Throw it at me.
And check this out. So, since we're talking about relationships, right? We got the texter, we got the caller, and the person that's in person. So, you got different forms of communication.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But,
so,
what do you prefer? And which one is sophisticated, complicated, or you just hate?
Well, it depends. Obviously I want to meet in person, you know.
Well, yeah.
Eventually.
Of course. I mean, but this could be somebody that you're with, that you've been with.
Like somebody that needs to talk and is just constantly texting, or explain it.
Yeah, okay, so we got to have a conversation.
Okay.
But instead of, I'm going to text
you. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Are you busy? And I'm going to call you.
Oh, okay.
Or you know what? It wasn't that important, but I only want to talk to you
in person. I mean, it depends on. See, that's the thing. It depends on how what needs to be said. Like if it's important and you need to have this conversation right now, yeah, call me and let's have this conversation.
Yeah.
Or if it's that important,
do I need to talk to me in person?
Go ahead and come visit me and we'll talk to me in person. But if you tell me we need to talk, you are going to put so much fucking anxiety in my brain until we have this conversation. So let's do it right now.
Me too.
Let's talk.
Me too.
Right now. Call me, text me, let's talk. Let's have this conversation. Drive over in the next 5 minutes or I'm going to explode. Like, you need to let me know what's going on. I'm the same way, y'all. Is it good? Is it bad? What's going on? I need to know. Freaking out.
I am the same way.
I guess I would put... But I'm also, like, when it's just, like, communication-wise, where I'm just talking to somebody, I'd much rather text throughout the day than call. I'm not a call person.
Okay.
If I have to sit there and we're on the phone 24/7, I'm like, I got shit to do.
Okay.
I got things to do. I can't be on the phone 24/7. I'm not the biggest fan of phone calls anyway, so I'd probably put that under, like, just hated. Like, yeah, not the biggest fan of phone calls. I don't like being on the phone. Texting wise, I can kind of come up with more of, like, what I want to say better and think of something clever better than opposed to on the phone.
Okay.
Sometimes, so I like texting better, and it's a little more complicated. So I'd probably put that in complicated, because with texting, you can't convey your emotions as well, you know, because you're reading. They're not hearing the fluctuation in your voice. They're not hearing the sarcastic tone or the sincerity or how you're saying. You can't hear the tone period. Absolutely. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's certain things that get lost in that translation, you know.
Right.
So that's where I'd probably put texting as complicated, because it's one of best way to communicate for me.
Mm-hmm.
I like that better. But I also, like I said, it can get kind of complicated in a sense where, you know.
Yeah.
And then, but I feel like sophisticated, ultimate form of, like, communication is just in person.
Okay.
In person. Let me look in your eyes. Let's have this conversation. Let me talk. Let me see your body language, your voice. Let me hear your tone, everything. It's just much better in person.
So your sophisticated is in person. Mm-hmm. Your complicated is?
Texting. And my just hated would be calling.
Okay. So for me, I would say it actually depends. Like
yeah, this is a little bit of a hard one too.
Well, yeah, because it's like if you call, I'm gonna answer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm the same way.
If you text, I'm gonna answer. Mm-hmm. But if it's something important, I prefer to do it in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's the best form of communication, like best form communication-wise, because that's what you're kind of talking about, is in person.
Yeah.
Hands down, in my opinion.
I would say sophisticated is in person. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the best form of communication. Complicated will probably be
right.
I would say complicated is the caller, and texter just hate it. I don't hate it, but again, it also depends on the situation. If it's something important, in person or a call can do. You know what I mean? If it's something that.
But if I'm doing something and you try to call me, I probably won't answer. Like most of the time, like if I'm at work or something.
See, that's why I said depending on the situation.
Like you said, depending on the situation. I'm driving or I'm like hanging out with you and somebody just like calls me. I'm gonna ignore that because I'm paying attention to you right now. I'm not gonna have a conversation with somebody else.
Business. We conducting business.
We talking shop.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Just, like you said, it just depends on the situation, but yeah, I feel like in person is definitely the best way.
Because if it's not important, you can shoot me a text.
Yeah,
and I'll get it. You know what I mean? But I will say this: when it comes to my family, my wife, you know, kids, I don't care if I'm at work. I'm answering. Period.
Yeah.
Nothing's more important than that.
That's a little different.
You know what I'm saying? But anybody else,
those are your priorities.
You hit me on the text. I'll text you back when I get a chance. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
you have your top
if my wife call, I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care who I'm in front of. I'm answering the call.
Yeah. That's different because that's your wife. That's not
your
girlfriend that you just started dating. You know, that's different.
If we dating, girl, you can win.
Right? I'm busy.
All right. It's time to get into sophisticated note. Now I just received this, you guys. So I don't know if I could play it or not, but I'm gonna try to play it. Okay, I'm not sure. So just in case I can play it, this is a song called "Take It Away" by Elena Charis. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, Charisse. This is "Take It Away" by Elena. Okay, I just received this, you guys. So sophisticated note, and
you cannot take it away. I love as cold as it gets in the north and the south, boy, baby. You cannot take it away. You cannot take it away. I love is hot like the sun and the stars, like it's cosmic, baby. I love is hot. I love is hot. I love is hot. It's hot like it's hot. I love is hot like the sun. It's hot. You cannot take it away. You cannot take it away. It's hot like it's hot. The sun. You cannot take it away.
I don't know what it is, they're always hating. No matter what we say, no matter what we do. Our love is real though.
Our love is hot like the sun and the stars, like it's cosmic, baby. You cannot take it away, baby. Our love is cold as it gets cold as it gets, South baby. You cannot take it away.
Our love is real though.
take it away.
All right, that was it. That was Take It Away by Elena. You guys gas it or pass it. Hit us in the comments. Let us know if you want to gas it or pass it. Like we said, y'all know what we do.
What about you? Do you gas it or do you pass it? What are your thoughts on this? Let's have you go first.
I just received that, so
this is your first time hearing it.
That's my first time hearing it, which it doesn't matter. But I want to say this. It left me with wanting to hear more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't get enough from the preview.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of dug it, but I felt like I needed to hear more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wanted to hear more.
It got a little repetitive in a sense.
Very repetitive.
But that's a lot of EDM music like that. It kind of gets a little repetitive. However, I did like it. I would probably pass it in a sense where it was one of those, like, if I had this playing in the background of like a smoke sesh, I could like be enjoying it. Like, all right, I'm vibing. But it's a song with like a certain vibe. Like this is a song like when you're watching a TV show or a movie and it has like a part where the main character is really messed up at a party, like super drunk, and they're passing the drinks around, or
they're at the bar
they're all faded, and it's like their party scene or something. That's the song that's playing.
You nailed it. Because I wouldn't just say it's ambiance music, but it's definitely something that if it's a group of us just hanging out, drinking or whatever, and it came on, it ain't something that I skip. I let it play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's situational music.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna play this cruising down the beach.
Yeah.
But I might definitely play it.
It's definitely a certain vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite my vibe, but like I said, depending on my setting, I let it roll. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It wasn't bad. I think it was good. I just wanted to hear more.
So gas or pass it?
I would gas it for the fact that I want to hear more.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I said, I felt like I was left with. I was expecting something else, and I think because it was just a preview of the song that we didn't get enough.
Definitely something I could hear a little more of.
Yeah, definitely.
And then kind of give a full review on it. Yeah, but this isn't the thing that we do. We play little clips of it.
Yes, and, we do.
I would probably gas it as well. I'd say gas it because one, I'd like it, and I liked the vibe of it. It put you in like a certain little place, and I was just like, okay, I could chill with this. But like you said, it's a very a situational song.
Yeah. Well, you nailed it because you said, like you could picture it's a certain setting.
Yeah, it's a certain setting. It's a situational song.
You mentioned the whole club thing, and I literally was like
saw it, yeah.
But I also saw you like just that. Yeah. I saw that.
That's why I said it's a perfect like smoke session song.
Oh yeah.
You roll one up.
You nailed it.
And you play it. You just put this on and just chilling. So it's either like a very like vibey chill song or one of those like let me party and get super hooked up to this song. So either way, kind of like it.
Yeah. Right. So we got it, but of course it's not up to y'all. It's up to y'all.
So you let us know.
Let us know in the comments if y'all gas it or pass it.
All right.
And we'll see what it do.
Yeah.
And that's our show. Take us out, Miss Anarchy.
That being said, please follow us Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Check us out on Patreon for exclusive content and updates. Hit us up. Let us know what you think. Please tag us in all of your stuff with
also,
merch.
If y'all want some merch, hit us up.
Yes, please let us know. We got these dope hats. We got the shirts.
Trucker hats, shirts.
We got a bunch of stickers we want to give out and let people have. So let us know.
If y'all order stuff, we'll be sticking some extras in there. So
stickers.
Hit us up. Let us know. In the comments.
We really appreciate you guys just listening. And we just, we want more listeners. Just let your friends know about us.
Yeah.
Share, subscribe. Please subscribe to us. And with that being said, keep your pinkies up And your dick's out. Till next time.
Cheers. We out.